call. Second down and about 8 yards to go.
Same formation, back in motion. Handoff goes to him. Sweep on this side. Carries it in and knocked out of bounds at the 1 yard line. It's going to be 23, C.J. Crabtree on the carry. Almost in. If he'd laid out, he might have hit the pylon. He thought better of it, stepped out of bounds. Going to be first and goal for the Warriors.
Would have liked to seen again, I guess getting into coaching, I hate to, but would like to seen the quarterback being able to wrap his arms and put that shoulder into him, because again, he just sort of nudged him out of bounds and could have maybe stopped him about a yard away.
And the handoff goes straight to number 10. Ethan Mullins hands off to C.J. Crabtree. He walks in. Easy touchdown, Wise Central. Joe, we did not need that at the start of this half.
Again, Matthew Boggs, he scored last week. He scored 2 touchdowns against Lehigh, and he's back at it again. Again, Matthew Boggs, just a freshman, has put Wise Central on the board. 8:11 left here with the extra point to come. It's 14-6.
Wise Central does line up for the point after. The ball is loose, a bad snap. It rolls on the ground. The center picks it up. He's dancing around, trying to make something happen. Breaks through 5 different tackles. Tosses it in to a wide-open receiver on a 2-point conversion. Everybody flooded in when they saw the ball on the ground. Didn't think about the receivers on the end. I think that Wise Central had about 5 different players, it looked like, in the end zone, and every one of them was wide open.
Well, I don't know if the officials are talking about that, but he threw the ball so that it's actually could have caught an illegal man downfield, because some of the linemen were standing next to the receiver that caught the ball in the end zone, and most of the time they call a penalty on it. But however,
well, I wondered also, Joe, he was almost at the goal line, I thought, when he threw it. I wondered if he wasn't past the line of scrimmage, but apparently not. And Wise Central gets the 2-point conversion. So with 8:11 to go in the third quarter, your Gate City Blue Devils 14, Wise Central gets on the board. They have 8. That was a really impressive drive to open up the half.
Yeah, that's what we remarked. We were talking about with the athletic director from Wise Central before the ball game. You know, that's what they did with Lehigh last week. They just basically played good fundamental football. There was no passes on that drive. They didn't do anything to beat themselves. They just, as we mentioned, what Gate City needs to do, they kept the chains moving. They stayed ahead. It was 2nd and 3 or 2nd and 5, and they were able to pick it up. And again, Boggs with a 1-yard touchdown run. It's 14-8.
Kind of reminded me of almost a Phil Former football at UT. They ran it up the middle and dared us to stop them. Kick goes up on the kickoff. Oh, hits Gate City player. Looks like Luke Reed bounced off Reed. Fortunately, went out of bounds. So I'm assuming Gate City is going to take over on, it looks like, about their own 23-yard line.
Your assumptions would be correct.
Joe, I'm not sure. He thought about picking it up, then I think someone yelled at him to let it go out of bounds. Unfortunately, it bounced the wrong direction off him, then went out of bounds. So we don't get the extra yards off the penalty. But worse things could have happened there.
Ball game just went to halftime. Sullivan South scores right before halftime. It's 36-0 Rebels over the Raiders.
Looks like Sally's going back under center, hands the ball off. Not much doing there, as everyone dances in a giant circle.
Kind of looked like everybody just sort of stood up,
I believe,
took 3 steps and hugged.
Tomlinson on the carry. He did pick up 3 yards. If we can do that every time, I'll take that.
It's also called Dancing with the Stars.
Ugly but effective.
Wow. Oh my goodness. You can tell it's late in the season.
And we all both dreading having to go to work tomorrow morning.
Amen.
Handoff again to Tomlinson. Not much there this time.
Actually, Sally looks like he pulled it. And did pick up maybe 2 yards with that. Again, third down, though, in 6 or 7. Would rather it be a 3rd and 3, something more manageable. But again, Sally looks like they get the play call. DeAndre Mack is coming into the ball game. Sally's went the whole way at quarterback. We've not seen Mac at the quarterback position as of yet.
Well, Joe, you got to lead in the game, and we've looked pretty good. I'm not sure I'd want to tinker with what's working at the moment. Sally does go back under center. We've got 2 backs in, split wide receivers. Sally on the keeper. He breaks 1 tackle, breaks another tackle, finally brought down short of the first down. It's going to bring up about 4th and 3. That looked like a good run. Central was able to collapse in, close the pocket. Sally bounced to the outside. The faster backs, though, were able to catch up to him. Came up just a little bit short. Looks like Gate City's got their punting team in. Central again, rushing 10, 1 person back on the return.
If they back out of this, be interested to see if they try even maybe go for a fake at this point.
Snap back. Vermilion's punt.
Didn't get the nose over.
And gets a decent roll. It's down to about the 20, the 19, the 18-yard line, where it's finally brought down by Tyler Ham. Joe, it wound up being a 10, 20, 30, 40, almost a 50-yard punt there. That kind of flipped the field. We need to figure out a way to stop this Wise Central running game.
Yeah, we've not been able to do it. They come out in the one set. Again, basic blocking, basic tackling. They've just come out and been basic. They've run motion. Of course, that does create a little bit of a mismatch. You've got the offside running back that pulls to one side. You've got the lead back. Of course, you've got the double dive action. The linebackers have to honor if the quarterback pulls it or the dive back. Let's see what Wise Central does again. 1st and 10 on the 19.
Mullins takes the snap, hands off straight up the middle once again. Not much doing there at all. Maybe 1 on the carry. Looks like a stop made by, again, as we called it, number 55, Michael Calhoun. That's going to bring up, they gave him forward progress. Looks like it's going to be about 2nd and 8.
Quick score as they went to halftime. David Crockett kicks a field goal as time expired. It's 30-7. Crockett has woke up. They do have now the lead by 23.
Wise Central comes to the line. Back goes in motion. Handoff again, straight up the middle. It worked for them on the last drive. They're pretty much 0 for 2 on this drive. Calhoun is eating them up on that play now, Joe.
They've had a little bit more success off tackle, going between the tackle in position. When they go straight at Gate City, they're just not able to make much headway. Again, they've got a 3rd down and 6 here. 4:45 and the clock is running here in the 3rd quarter. Gate City with a 14-8 advantage as Wise Central comes up. Wise Central in this ball game, they are 4 for 7 on 3rd down conversions.
Looks like they're lining up to run again. Same back in motion. Quarterback drops back. Quick pass out to number 12. It's caught by Maddox Reynolds. He's going to be short, though. A pickup of, let's see where they spot it. Looks like the officials can't decide. Looks like he maybe picked up 2 yards on that. Nope, the referee's moving him back.
Wow.
And now he's moving him forward.
Yeah.
And, they decided to move it forward about 4 yards. I don't know. From where we looked, Joe, I didn't think it was anywhere close.
No, he was out of bounds on the 26 at best. They've got him marked up all the way to the 29, which would be close to a Wise Central 1st down. This is, this is a pivotal drive here. 4:23 left in the 3rd quarter. Wise Central with the momentum. They've come out. They went, and of course they picked up the 2-point conversion. So that and an extra point away from a lead.
Well, Joe, while we've got a little break in the action while they're setting the ball, I want to give a shout out to Rob Ferguson. Everybody listening probably wondering who this guy is that doesn't know what he's doing. We had some logistical issues. Rob's got a daughter, is senior in high school. So anyway, I offered to step in and screw this up for him tonight, but I'm only keeping the seat warm. He'll be back. Have no worry, fans. We want to give a shout out to Rob. And it looks like they've decided that on that spot that Wise Central did get the 1st down.
So this letter I have here where Rob retired is fake news?
Well, interpret it as you will. I'm sure he'll be lighting up Facebook any moment now. So Y Central gets a new first down on their own 19-yard line. Handoff up the middle. There's a hole. He breaks out into the secondary. It's going to be number 20, Matt Boggs, on the carry. Picks up about 20 yards on that, brings it almost to midfield. It's going to be another first down for the Warriors.
I think Gate City was a little bit depressed after that last mark. And
well, I was too.
And, they sort of just, that play was just like, so Y Central with a quick hitter again. They've got the ball and they're on the move again on the 46-yard line, 1st and 10.
Quarterback drops back, Mullins to pass. He decides to tuck it instead. He's on the run, and he is brought down after about a 5-yard pickup. Number 20, Logan Tomlinson on the tackle. Joe, looks like Gate City's kind of a little off balance right now. We're not sure what to do. It's, if we pull back to defend the pass, they're going to run it up the middle. If we try to clog the tackle boxes, they're breaking it outside.
Yeah, they're doing a good job, Y Central is, with their fakes. So again, off the action, it's basically, if you're visualizing it at home, it's a dive, double dive, you've got another back coming. So they don't know if it's the first back, second back, or if a pass is coming. And it's freezing the linebackers at this point.
And some misdirection there. The handoff goes to number 12, Reynolds. He's back out into the secondary also. He breaks it for about a 15-yard run. That's another Y Central first down.
Yes, unfortunately, again, like I said, they've got the momentum. And I don't want to say it to jinx it, but, this is what happened last week. We had the quick lead in the first half. John Battle sort of ground, and they got back in the ball game. This is what Y Central does as the clock goes across. 3 minutes here in the third quarter, 14-8, Gate City leads.
Quarterback drops back, handoff again to number 20, Boggs, straight up the middle for another Y Central first down. Joe, they're moving the ball pretty easy now. We need to make some adjustments. I don't know what they are, but we need to do something.
Well, I'd like to see a timeout. First of all, get your breath, get yourself together a little bit, and then possibly, like I said, get those linebackers playing off a little bit more so they can read that a little bit better.
First down from the Gate City 19. Boggs carries it. No, I take it back. I'm sorry. They put C.J. Crabtree in. I guess Boggs needed a breather. He picks up about 5 on the carry, knocked out of bounds by, I believe it was 15 Sally. They're beginning to just chew up yards.
Yeah, they're not getting 1 or 2 anymore. They're getting 4 and 5 and 6 as they keep on going.
Joe, I've noticed with the offensive set here, do they have enough men on the line of scrimmage? Mm-hmm. It only looks like there's about 2. Handoff goes to Crabtree again. He fights forward for a couple of yards. Let's see where they give him the spot. It's going to bring up third down. Looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 3.
They do have 7 on the line. Basically, again, you've got your 5 interior, but then you've got the slots. That's right outside the tackles. That's off the line. Again, that's giving them a little bit of a wing action so they can get some motion, be able to create some mismatches. Again, they've been using the motion coming across the formation to not only confuse the linebackers, but giving him the ball every once in a while. They are really rolling. And again, what have they done this half? They haven't thrown the ball. They've just completely just started running. And again, they're now in 3rd and manageable.
Like I said, they're daring us to stop them.
Exactly.
We know it's coming. Everybody here in the stadium knows it's coming. And they're just blowing Gate City off the line right now. Hopefully with this timeout, we'll be able to make some adjustments. Coaching staff's out there.
Quick score update. Virginia High extends their lead over Marion. They now lead 20-0 as they go to the 4th quarter in that ball game.
Who called that game? I called that game.
Yep.
Y Central lines up.
From the timeout, the Warriors face 3rd down and 3.
Line judge signals he's ready. Mullins takes the snap. Hands off again. No big surprise. They break it to the right side. Brought down after the first down marker.
Crabtree.